Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now this is the second instalment of the series What is Next. So really, if you've clicked on the thumbnail, you know who it's about. It's Garnacho, Alejandro Garnacho. Now, what is next for Alejandro Garnacho? Because obviously we've got 4 to 5 weeks of non-Manchester United football. Obviously we've got a few friendlies we're going to play, but I think they're behind closed door. I don't know if they're being televised or not. I hope they are, but I need to look into that a bit furthermore. But anyway, what is next for Alejandro Garnacho? For me, not much. I feel like that he's a very exciting prospect. I feel like we need to protect him at all costs, and I feel like he can develop into a very good player. Now, I see United fans talking about Alejandro Garnacho being the next Messi, being the next Ronaldo, being the next Neymar. Now, I'm not being funny. He is no way near that level at the age that them players were. So for me, it's not about comparing him about if he's going to be the next Messi, is he going to be the next Ronaldo, is he going to be the next Neymar? We don't know, because he's going to be the next Garnacho, and he's going to be the only Garnacho, because that's how we should look at players nowadays. You can't compare every exciting youth player to one of the world's greatest players who have ever lived. You can't do that, because it puts massive pressure on him. It makes him very it makes them judged very easy. It makes them seem to be a flop if they don't succeed because they're not used to the first team yet. The pressure is unbelievable for a youth player nowadays, and people think nowadays you've got to burst onto the scene at 18, 19 years old and kick off straight away. Not really. Most players don't kick off really until they're 21, 22, maybe even 23. And really, it's like, look at Marcus Rashford. He's a lucky player who burst onto the scene, started his career at Manchester United really well, didn't really develop on his game, and then got caught out, and then he would score about 10 to 15 goals, maybe a bit more on average every season. So for me with Garnacho, he shows a lot of promise. He's running at defenders. He's very skillful. He's very confident, and he's starting to be a more of a support type winger. So he can play inverted. He can play as a support winger, and he runs at defenders. He is a great winger for that age, and really, it frustrates me with players like Jadon Sancho, Antony, who stand on the ball and try and do a skill move past the defender to make him look stupid. Garnacho's fearless, Garnacho's ruthless, and he will run at defenders because he knows that there's a chance that he will beat them, because he doesn't care. Like Garnacho, the persona he brings is it's like a strong, confident aura where when you watch him on the pitch, he looks like he belongs there. He's not like he's out of place. It's not like he's developing. It's like he's getting better and better with every single game. Now, strictly speaking, it is a bit frustrating with this World Cup, because for me, I feel like the World Cup's put a massive spanner in the works for a player like Garnacho. Yes, he's got 4 weeks to 5 weeks with Ten Hag developing and training and getting that personal tutoring that he might need. But for me, Garnacho has been getting better and better game by game, and now he's not playing for 5 weeks. All he's got is training at all the 2 friendlies we're going to play against them 2 Spanish clubs. So really, for me, I feel like that a player like Sancho, Van der Beek and Martial are players who haven't really been on great form this season. It does benefit them because they get to understand Ten Hag a bit better, get personal tutoring. But for me, Garnacho was getting better game by game, and now it's been postponed. It's been paused for him. So that's the frustration for me with this World Cup. But really, what is next for Garnacho? Really, we're obviously looking at reports of a new contract, a 5-year contract for £50,000 a week for Alejandro Garnacho. Now, for me, I feel like that's a bit too much, because he was on £5,000 a week. Now he's going up to 50 grand a week. So that is 10% of bonus, I think it is. I don't know a percentage how it works, but yeah, I think it's is it 100? It's 1,000%, whatever it is of what he's already on, or yeah, Yeah, it's 1,000% more than what he's currently on. But anyway, I was thinking of times 10. Yeah, anyway, leave that. But anyway, for me, at 18 years old, I think he's only just turned 18. I think his birthday's in June, maybe May. I'm not too sure. I know he's like mid 18 years old. So for me, for 50 grand a week, that's quite a lot of money for a player of that age. For me, I would have offered him about 30 grand a week, because you're getting that pay rise that you deserve. You're now a professional footballer. You're now in the first team. You've now got that proper pro contract. And now you're no longer in the youth team. So yes, he deserves a pay rise, because obviously he's worked hard to get that pay rise. But 50 grand a week for an 18-year-old, it could go to his head, and that's my fear, because I don't want a player like Garnacho, who is really exciting, who is really promising, to actually become a massive ego at such a young age. And he's still learning and still average, you can say, in a way. Now, obviously, promising and average are two different things. Is that the things that Garnacho does are promising, but he's still doing average things. And for me, that's the frustration part with Garnacho, because with a contract like this, will it go to his head? And hopefully not, because hopefully Ten Hag doesn't... Oh, bloody hell. But because hopefully Ten Hag doesn't let's get a player like Garnacho to I don't know the word. 1 second. Bloody hell. I must do this in one take, because I can't be bothered editing it in and out. And no doubt nobody actually watches the full type of these videos. But anyway, I enjoy making content. So anyway, where were we with Garnacho? So yes, I hope that Ten Hag gives Garnacho the level head that he needs. He kind of like what Ferguson did, where he protects his youth players and makes sure that they don't become a massive ego, make sure they don't become a menace. So really, it's like I've seen some like Twitter opinions by saying that now Ronaldo's going to leave Manchester United. Will Garnacho want to leave and not sign a new contract because his idol isn't playing for United anymore? I don't think that's the case at all. It's that Garnacho still plays for United. He's still a United player, and really, what can you say? That just because your idol left, that you don't want to play for United anymore? I think that's just like a fear from United fans, where they know the potential of Garnacho and they're just a bit concerned and worried that happens. But for me, that will never happen. I feel like, well, it's really close for Garnacho signing this new contract. So really, as the title says, what is next for Alejandro Garnacho? For me, he signs this new contract, he keeps doing what he's doing, gets better game by game after the World Cup, and hopefully by the end of the season, he's an established rotational first teamer, where he probably doesn't play the games like Liverpool and City, but he plays the odd Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, games like that, where you are mainly going to attack, and then they're not as rough and tumble, really, you can say, where they're not like much better than us. It's a game where United are the favourites, should we say. So when United are favourites of the game, then that's when I feel like we should play a player like Garnacho. But if we're playing a team like City or Liverpool, I feel like Garnacho is a great asset to bring on as a substitution, because he's very quick, he will run at players, and I feel like he can also create a lot now, and I feel like he will work on that a lot in the next few weeks with Ten Hag. And I hope that when the World Cup is over and England, it's game on for England, the England players, every player walks back into Manchester United and see a player like Garnacho ready and roaring to get on with the rest of the season, because obviously he's missed out on the World Cup, which I think's right, because I feel like you can't bring a player of 18 years old like Garnacho to there, because let's work it out now, right? So we've got 4 years until the next World Cup. So Garnacho will be 22, then 26, then 30, then 34. So what's that? So that's 22, 26, 30, 34. So really, he can play He can play 4 World Cups if he does deliver to his potential that everyone is raving about. So he's got plenty of years left in him. And there's even a rumour where the World Cup's going to be changed to every 2 or 3 years, which for me takes the excitement out of the World Cup, because it's like the Olympics every 4 years. You enjoy. I mean, I don't watch the Olympics, but I know some people like watching the Olympics, whereas every 4 years they look forward to it. I feel like that maybe 3 years could make it a bit better, maybe drop the National League or something like that, because that has nothing to do with the World Cup. You still play the Euros and then have a summer off or have a little international break, and then the World Cup the season after. Maybe that's something that they can implement, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Garnacho's future. But I'm going to ask a question now for the audience, if you've made it this far into the video, and I'll put it on the thing for a question of the day. How many goals and assists do you think Garnacho can get this season of the way he's performing? For me, he's only scored I think he's scored 2 goals and 1 assist. I think he's on right now for the season. No, I think it's 2 goals and 2 assists maybe. Let me think, because he's had the goal in the Europa League against Real Sociedad. He's had the goal against Fulham. He got the 2 assists in the Carabao Cup against Villa. He might be on 3 assists and 3 goals. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, to be honest. But anyway, let's say right now he's on 2 goals, 2 assists. So really, what do you think can happen with Garnacho? If he honestly gets 10 goal contributions by the end of the season, that will be a remarkable season for Garnacho, because he's then scored either 10 goals, all he needs really is, I don't even know what he's already got, but really, strictly speaking, he needs 6 more goal contributions, whether it's a goal or assist. So, and the way he's creating with the McTominay cross, and the way that he's running at players and actually getting into them positions, he could score a lot of goals, and he could get them good chances. He could get rebound goals. He could actually just create goals for himself. Who knows? But really, my message is to United fans is, let's not overhype this kid. We don't want him to end up like a certain number 11. And yeah, let's just hope that Garnacho is ready, he's roaring to go right after the World Cup's over. But for me, that is what is next for Alejandro Garnacho. Thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share. We're on 88 subscribers. The subscribers are going up little by little. We're almost to 100. So please subscribe. I really appreciate all the support. And yeah, you know what? If we could get 100 subscribers by the end of the month, that'd be incredible. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate all the support. And yeah, make sure you put your comments down and below. I love interacting with the comments as always. But yeah, I'm not going to drag out this outro as much as any longer. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.